year. For a while there, I really thought I was gonna go to like 41 weeks, but he was born February 11th, and he was born at 7:45 in the morning, and it was a very, very fast labor. It was 2.5 hours. I almost didn't make it to the hospital, and I did end up doing it naturally, and the whole thing was just insane. But I will say I do feel really good. But since he was born at 7:45 in the morning, I've taken the entire day to just bond with him and spend time with Kevin, and he just went home to be with the other boys, and thank God I get to go home in the morning, so I'm very, very excited about that. I don't have to stay 2 nights. I've always stayed 2 nights, so the fact that I don't this time is like amazing. This bed is like really hurting. It feels like I'm sitting on a brick right now. Hello. His eyes are open. They have not been open like all day. He has literally slept the entire day. He hardly cries at all. He just makes like little grunting noises when he wants to be fed. We can't really tell who he looks like. He looks very different. He has a lot of hair, as you can tell. I've got my whole setup right here. My cousin came and she brought me like these 2 little mini like Laneige lip masks and also some lavender oil. She also brought this like portable JBL speaker, and we were listening to like spa music in here. It was a whole vibe. It was amazing. I have so many different drinks. This was like solely filled with ice, and I have like cranberry juice. I have my water. I also DoorDashed like a ton of snacks. They're all in here, but I'm like not hungry really. It's so weird, like I feel starving, but I also have like no appetite for anything. I'm just very, very thirsty. But I have this whole room to myself, which is so nice. And then I just have like baby's bassinet right here, which I laid down like this little Winnie the Pooh swaddle, and we took some pictures of his little Sebastian. And yeah, right now we are just relaxing. And it's so nice, and his little eyes are open, and they are like this bluish gray color. He has a little hiccups right now. But I got my trusty water wipes with me. This whole thing is just filled full of changing pad cloths and more receiving blankets. And look at what they did to this hat. They made it into like a little bear hat, which is so cute. We have diapers, and then these are like napkins that you would get up and go all the way to that sink and wet to use as like wipes. So that is why I bring my own water wipes, because I will not be doing that. It does hurt to walk a little bit. Also I have warmers in here because he was my biggest baby, so they want to check his blood sugar. So every time before I go to nurse him, I have to like call a nurse in, and they'll like warm up his heel, and then they'll prick it and check his blood sugar. Apparently, like if you have a bigger baby, they just have to like routinely check that. And he was also he was almost 9 pounds. He was 8 pounds 14 ounces, 15 ounces. I don't know, I'm still trying to like memorize everything because it happened so quickly. I was like literally in shock for like hours. But I'm pretty sure Mr. Man is still hungry, so I'm gonna nurse him. The afterbirth contractions have not been horrible, but oh my gosh, the stomach rubs after birth without an epidural, intense, insane. I've always had an epidural with all of my other 4 babies, and you're still like pretty numb when they're doing the stomach rubs, but like wow, it was just like a very intense experience. And I had to get them 8 times before coming to the postpartum unit, and you're only upstairs for 2 hours after your baby's born, so it kind of felt like it was just happening back to back on top of everything. And I feel like because she did it like pretty aggressively, I'm not having like a lot of clots or anything, and it's not hurting as much to nurse. My stomach has also gone down like completely. Like it's so weird. It's just, oh my gosh, considering like how big I was, it was literally all baby. But for those of you who are curious of what I use to help with those like cramps and stuff, I use the After Ease for Pregnancy. They are herbal dietary supplement drops. They look just like this, and I put like 4 full, like tinctures full in like one of these big cups. These are the size of cups for reference, so sometimes I'll put like 5 or 6 in, just because it's not a normal like full thing of water, it's bigger. So my nurse was telling me that if you have like multiple babies, especially like your 4th or your 5th, like they're really bad. And I was like, yeah, they were really intense with my 4th. I'm not feeling them as much now, but I do remember like when I went home with Lincoln, that's when I really started to feel them. So I'm wondering if that will be like the same experience where once I'm like home and like a day or 2 has gone by, like then they'll get more intense. I don't know, but Tylenol has been my friend. Same with like the Motrin and the after ease drops. I've been doing a lot of that. I also have this heating pad behind me to help. It's somewhere, kind of sitting on it. It's heated by hot water, so that feels very nice, very interesting. So if you hear like some sort of like whirling sound, that's what that is. He is zonked yet again. I also opted for him not to get a bath here, and I will be doing that at home. I just read that it's like better to not wash them right away, and like all the stuff on them is like really good for their skin. I did the same thing with Lincoln, so we're gonna do it at home. Plus I don't really like the shampoos that they use. They use like all the Johnson & Johnson stuff, and I prefer to just like use our stuff. But he is very sleepy. He is definitely one of my most sleepy babies. I will say him and Lincoln have been the most sleepy. I've had this since Lincoln, so more than half of it right now is gone. So I'm gonna put just an extra couple drops in here because I can't really get the thing completely full. Oh, she's running out. I didn't think that it would run out like this. I thought I would definitely have more, because I feel like I'm gonna need this. Usually you don't need this after like literally a week, maybe 2 weeks. Also, I'm pretty sure I linked this in my last video and they have completely changed the packaging, so it doesn't look like this anymore. I think it's like a blue and green packaging, but as long as it's by Wish Garden and it says after ease for pregnancy, it is the exact same thing. He is so cute. One thing that we are learning is that he is not a big fan of binkies. He doesn't hate them, but he just doesn't really care for them. I would like to try to get him to take it at least while he's sleeping, just because babies can't breathe through their mouth until they're like, I really don't know how old. I know it's like a couple weeks at least. So they only can breathe through their nose, and I heard that like when they use pacifiers, it just helps like keep their airways open. But it's 8:21. I am extremely bored. Oh, what's that face? I have my laptop like way over here charging, and I wanted to charge as much as possible because I do not want to go back there and have to replug that in. I do really need to change positions though, because this is like really hurting. I can already tell you there are so many things that I packed that I know I'm just not going to use, and most of that just has to do with like how my recovery has been going. I packed all of these always like diapers. I have no interest in using them. I also packed all of these like Mom Frida boy shorts. The hospital ones are doing just fine. They're just as comfortable, I feel like. I also never got to use this. We had valet parking so Kevin could run in with me, so our bags were left in the car. And then I actually forgot I even brought clothes, so for a majority of the time I was here, like, well, I'm obviously still here, the majority of the day, I was just in my hospital gown. I completely forgot that I even brought clothes. So I've only been in this for like an hour maybe, but one thing I am gonna do is brush my hair, because I haven't brush my hair yet, and the last thing I want is for it to just get in knots. And he's sleeping. I have nothing better to do. Oh yeah, We've got a snarl. My nurse upstairs though in the labor and delivery unit was so nice. She was like playing with my hair after I gave birth and she was like, your hair is so pretty. She was like trying everything to like make me feel better. Guys, that was the most intense thing I've ever done in my entire life. Like, it was actually insane. Oof. It's so weird though, like your center of gravity just like changes. It is kind of cool though because I said I wanted to do it naturally and then I got here and I literally had no other choice. So I had this feeling of like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually gonna do it because he has to come out, so I like literally have to do it. But there was like a point where I like cried a little bit of like happiness and I was like looking at Kevin, I was like, I'm actually gonna do it. And then I was like, I feel like I'm dying. But it's fine. I did not push long at all. It went by so fast. Thank goodness. I was so determined to like get him out of me. Everyone has always said that the recovery without an epidural is so much better, which I will say my back feels great. Usually after every epidural, my back kind of aches. It feels like a wet noodle. Like it just feels really sore. But this time though, like my hips feel very, very sore. And like Kevin was putting so much pressure on them. I was also like vigorously rubbing my back because that was like helping counter the pain I was feeling down there. So now I'm like very sore and I fear I kind of did it to myself. He was also sunny side up like the entire time. Usually like when your baby comes up, like their face is facing you. His was faced down, so he's putting so much pressure on my tailbone and my hips, and that was not fun. That was very excruciating, and now I'm like trying to recover from that. I know a lot of expecting moms watch these kind of videos, at least that's the reason like why I watch them and why I film them is for expecting moms, so you know like what happens after birth. These are like those disposable mesh underwear that you put on, and I literally feel like they're so comfortable. Like I don't really feel like I have anything on. I feel like those Frida boy mom shorts just aren't really necessary, and I don't think I'm going to be using them. And I have that whole pack and I have a whole pack at home, so I will definitely be giving that to my friend. I will also be giving them like that upside down peri bottle because I'm not going to need that, or like the perineal foam. Like recovery wise down there, I'm doing great. I don't really need the peri bottle, which I was shocked because the pain that I was feeling while pushing, I was like, oh yeah, I just obliterated myself. But no, I did not. It was just all pressure and it was horrific. You moms out there who like willingly do natural births, you guys are literally amazing, because literally never again. I never want to feel that ever again in my life. And I only pushed like 7 times, but it felt like 70. Oh God. But anyway, also, these are like the giant pads that you put on. These are great. I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything. I'm also just gonna put on some chapstick. I'm feeling a little dry. I have not slept at all. Like literally at all. Kind of just been on an adrenaline rush, but also like I slept pretty good the night before. And if you guys have been following me, I literally always give birth in the middle of the night, so I'm up like 24 hours plus and I look exhausted. This time I'm definitely looking tired because I woke up in the middle of the night and I was up for like a couple hours, then fell back asleep, then woke up and was like having contractions. Now for the hard part, to get myself back in bed because it actually kills my body. I knew I would be hungry when Kevin left, and I do not want any of the hospital food. It's so disgusting. We ordered something this morning and it was horrific. So then we got Dunkin', which is not the best after having a baby, but whatever. So I went on the Dash Mart place and literally just got a crap ton of snacks and fruit, and obviously I can't refrigerate anything, so I did get like a lot of processed stuff, but I'm not eating all of this. Like I said, I don't really have an appetite, but I know I'm hungry. But I got these for the morning. I think, yeah, there's one in here for me. Kevin took the rest for the boys. I got Pringles, Nutty Bars. I do have fruit, which I am actually going to have. So I'm going to take this out. Oh, no. Okay, that's great. Most of my blueberries just fell. I also got this like little snack mix. Oh, all of my blueberries. I'm still gonna eat them because why wouldn't I? I'm probably gonna go rinse them though in the sink. Ugh, great. I don't know, is that gross? It's just a paper bag. These blueberries were like $9. Ugh, just what I want to be doing. Oh my gosh. Alright, I ate most of the blueberries and now I'm going to have a nutty bar. And now I'm also watching The Ultimatum and I'm just gonna snuggle with this little bean and try to get some sleep. I did not sleep very well last night. These beds are very uncomfortable and Sebastian decided that he wanted to be pretty much awake all night. He wasn't crying, he was just like looking around the entire time. But he is with the doctors right now and they're just like doing all the tests to discharge us today. Thank goodness, I cannot wait to be in my bed. I want to eat a Pop-Tart because I don't like the hospital food. But when Kevin comes and picks me up, we're probably going to stop and get something to eat somewhere. I think he's going to be bringing Hudson and Lincoln into the room because we did not have time to like grab the car seat or anything. So he has to like bring that up. Yeah, I'm so excited to go home. I did not film anything in the middle of the night. So if you guys like want to know what a real like full 24 hours in the hospital is like, I have 2 videos of those and I will put them up here in the cards for you guys, and I like really go into depth about the whole hospital stay. But this time I really just wanted to like relax and get some sleep. It's pretty repetitive what happens, so I just didn't feel the need to like film that, but super excited to go home. I'm just waiting for the pediatrician to come in and discharge Sebastian. My doctor already gave me the go-ahead that I can go home. I think Hudson is like the most excited to meet Sebastian, so I'm so excited for him to like see him. Landon is like interested too, but Hudson is just like all over it. He FaceTimed me this morning and Sebastian wasn't with me. He was like taken by the doctors this morning for like checks too, and he was like, where's the baby, where's the baby? And I was like, he'll be here later. So I'm so excited to like see them, meet him for the first time. Very exciting. I'm also very excited to go home and eat a bunch of food because I feel like I just did not eat a lot here, but I've been drinking like a ton of water. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm like still slowly updating people that I've had a baby. I just like cannot think clearly. I haven't posted anything yet and I probably won't till like tonight. It's kind of nice to just like keep it to myself for a little bit. I'm also like still trying to wrap my head around everything because everything just happened like so fast. Like I was just here yesterday morning, like barely making it, and now I'm leaving. So crazy. He's finally getting... Oh, hello! He's finally getting a hang of this binky thing. Hi, look at your eyes. He hardly has them open. This is the first time I'm seeing them today, and it's almost noon. Are you ready to go home? Yeah? I'm just about done packing up all our stuff. And we are about to go home. This is the shortest hospital stay I've ever had. And I'm so excited to leave. But like also it's very bittersweet that I will never be here again or experience this. It's like sad, but also I've done my time here, and I'm ready. I'm ready for the next chapter. Right? We got the fuzzy socks on. We're all ready to go. It'll be so warm.